Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to model these windows right here. So right now you see in Photoshop it is distorted. So what we're going to do is go ahead and let's go ahead and crop it. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate. You can grab this and go to this little post-it note. It'll duplicate. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the background. Let's see if I can. Alright, so this will allow us to do our little marquee tool here. Again, this isn't a really up-close photo. I would have liked to have maybe a nice shot very close. So think about this next time you go to photograph, especially I know on Wednesday we'll start, but think about really get some really detailed shots. Literally take 100 photos when you're there. It doesn't hurt your camera. So let's go ahead and go to inverse. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Hit Apple D or Command D. And then I'm going to use my move tool. Go ahead and zoom in. So we have a lot of area to work in. You can see with the alpha channel here. So I've got the rulers up here. If you don't see the rulers, go to View, Rulers. So you have these rulers, so you can just pull these down, literally like that, and kind of set yourself up a template, like so. That, and I'm going to go ahead and pull one down to the bottom here. Alright, so you can see our corners are way off. They're skewed by the lens or just the angle of the photographer taking the image. So again, when you take the photos, try to get them flat. So you don't have a scissor lift on some of these, so some of these will be up in the air. It's going to distort anyways. So hit Apple T, you hit Command, and I'm holding the Command key so you can go to those corners and pull these in. Alright, so you can see at the very top it goes to the corner. Here I want to go to the corner too. Okay. Pull this one in a little bit. Pull that up. Alright, so it looks pretty straight. You can definitely spend a lot more time than what I'm doing, but again, I have limited time here. So I hit Enter, and then we're going to crop this. And typically I have it ratio 1:1 up here, the width and the height. Doesn't mean it's going to do it 1 inch, but it does hold it in a constrained position for a nice square. So I always do that just so when you bring it in, you know it's nice and square, especially if you bring this into Maya. Alright, so we have it squared off. I always leave a little extra, so this alpha channel will turn white, but if you're doing a ZBrush or something like that, it makes it easy to paint this on without coming off the lip and disturbing your geometry. Alright, so I hit Enter, and I'm going to go ahead and save this as Bubba. Okay, Bubba window. And we're going to go Desktop. And instead of Photoshop, when I hit JPEG, hit save. Alright, so you can see as soon as I saved it, the alpha channel turned white. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Maya. Alright, so in Maya, this is a little bit easier than trying to model from the 3D geometry. I'm going to go to View, Image Plane, Import Image. And again, you want to do that on your front view. Go to Desktop, and I think we called it Bubba _ window. Alright, so now we have this in this position. You could go on the width and height if you wanted it bigger, but this is fine for me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go into Perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Create, Polygon Cube. Go ahead and make the cube. Okay, so in this viewpoint, I'm going to go to Grid 5. Vertex. Pull that in. Here. And we can hit 4, and you can see through it, and our image view is still there. Alright, so we're going to go to object mode and select it. And I'm going to go, instead of rendering, I'm going to go to polygon mode, edit mesh. I'll go ahead and rip that off. Alright, so now what we're going to do is interactive or insert edge loop tool. And you can go ahead and cut here, cut there, here. And so you see I'm just cutting basically the geometry where the building is. Cut here, there. Scare everyone outside my door. Alright, then you can just keep cutting here. See where the panel is here. Right there. Here. I'm just going to do a little tiny one here. Alright, so I'm going to stop there. And then you can go in here. Go to your face mode. And my face mode has the dots here. I'm going to go ahead and select those and delete them. So if you don't have those dots, you can go in here, go into your settings, selection. So you can go to whole face, which is selecting the faces like that, or the center is a lot easier to grab those. So I would try to center if you want, or yeah, I'll probably leave this up because sometimes it's helpful to have both. So now we're going to go to Vertex, hit W, squeeze this in, and you can see my tool setting has soft select on. So I'm going to turn that off, settings, tool settings, and I'm going to go in here and turn off my soft select. Okay, so I want a literal way of grabbing this data. Alright, so we can go to face. Some of the stuff we want to push in. So we actually grab that face, this face, that face. Alright, and we literally wanted to push these in. I hit 5, so I'm going to pull that in like so. Simple as that. Alright, so now we can literally go ahead and start cutting the glass. So we go back to object mode, and you could probably pull this line right here. You could probably push and pull these because this line is sharp right here. But again, I'm just kind of giving you a real quick tour of how you can approach this. But you can definitely think about this a little bit longer than what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to cut here. Cut here. Okay, so literally, I'm just going to work on this one window here because I'm running out of time. I actually got to go to a meeting. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll finish this out in a little bit. Show you how to do the UV mapping. You can see the window. Let's see. We do need a cut right here. One more cut. So we're going to do insert edge loop tool. Cut one more right there. All right. So real quick. So you can see where this window is. So you're going to shift select these. Do them all at one time. And we hit extrude. We can hit W if you want, and get to the side and just nudge this over. Alright, so now we have that window. So you can kind of see the process. And it's kind of rounded looking at it. I'm not sure what that's looking like that. Alright, so just keep plugging away. I'll show you in a little bit how to finish the rest, but hopefully you have enough to work on to model your windows and so forth. All right, good luck.